Hola clase, my name's Keith Boswell. You can call me Professor Keith or Profe. I'm your Spanish instructor. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch my intro video already. In this video, I want to give you just a quick intro to the course, to everything that is on here in Falcon Online and VHL so that I'll save you some time and figuring out how to get everything going. Um, One thing that you should know about this course is that there's really two areas that you're going to be working in. One of them is Falcon Online, which is um, DSC's learning management system. And then there's also the VHL, which is the online textbook, and that's where your homework is. So I wanted to just walk you through. I'm using Screencast-O-Matic. I'm going to walk you through it and just show you just the different things here that are important for you to see. I'm going to start with Falcon Online. You see right now, I think you should be able to see a course that is online that I'm teaching now. This is not your course, so ignore the section number and also um, the fact that ignore the fact that this is Spanish 1. Some of you are in Spanish 1, but some of you are in Spanish 2. So ignore that too. But really, they're both very similar, and so if you learn one, then you really know what to do in both. If you select this Getting Started button right here, this is where you can start looking at the important information for this course. Here at the top, I've given you some instructions on things to do to get started. And then if you scroll down, you'll see here I have a intro video. That would be something good for you to look at. That's an introduction of myself. I did the Spanish 1 one in English and the Spanish 2 one in English and Spanish. Next thing I would look at would be the course syllabus and then also look at the course schedule. I would print off this course schedule because really that's where all the due dates for everything is, and kind of use that as your reference as you work through the course so that you won't miss any assignments. So there's a few things that are important that are on here on Falcon Online. If you look here across the top, we have these assignments. Both Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 have a oral presentation requirement, a midterm and a final. The instructions for both of those are in assignments. And also the due dates are there. Ignore these due dates, of course, because this is not your course, but the due dates will be there. And I'll give you some tips in another video on being successful with those presentations, but you will need to record yourself. The next thing I wanted to show you are these discussions. These discussions is how we become a class. It's not an independent study. We're a class. We're doing this together. So this is where you can hear from me and post problems that you're having, hear from your classmates, get advice from them. I put here, this is where I put my intro video. This is where you'll also put your intro video. Spanish 1 has a pronunciation assignment to do here in discussions, and then here's your actual discussion. Spanish 2, of course, it would be 5 through 10, and Spanish 1 would be 1 through 5. And the due dates for all of these are on the schedule that I showed you before. The last thing I wanted to show you on here were the quizzes. The final exam for this course uses a virtual proctor, so you'll take it at home, the virtual proctor. There's a practice test for that, just so that you don't discover it for the first time. And the final exam just give you a chance to work out all the kinks. And then the final exam is on here too under quizzes. So that while you're taking the exam, you will be proctored virtually. And so make sure you read all the instructions before you get started on that. So that is everything from Falcon Online. Everything else is in VHL, which is our online textbook. This is VHL Central. Log in here. If you have already created an account, you can log in on the left there. But if you haven't, you need to create an account. When you buy your access code, you need to make sure that it's the SuperSite access code with WebSand plus vText. So it's all the bells and whistles. It's the most expensive of the access codes. You do not need to buy the paper book. If you want it, that's fine. Some people like paper, but you don't have to have that because the textbook is also online here at VHL. So that's up to you. That'll save you a couple $100. So let's go ahead and sign in here. Here's our book Aventuras. You're not going to see this French one here. You're only going to see the Spanish one. So you click on your Spanish book there. And I'm going to go into one of these classes. I'm going to log in as a student. This is what you're going to see. And you're going to see assignments. And of course, I haven't been doing these because I don't do the homework. But you're going to see your assignments that are due here, and then you can see a start button at the bottom. Also, you're going to see your lesson test. Each unit has a lesson test, so you'll be able to do those too. The final exam looks almost exactly like these lesson tests, so I would suggest that you not cheat on the lesson test, that you study and take them, and that way you'll be able to prepare better for the final exam. You don't want to have to learn everything for the first time for the final exam. It's too much. So make sure that you're studying for those and that you're taking it without the help of the book. I do give you the opportunity to use a cheat sheet for verb patterns, and you can find out more about that in the tip videos too. The other thing that I wanted to show you here are, see where I am here. I wanted to show you the vocabulary tools. If you click on these vocabulary tools here, these are flashcards. So you don't have to create your own flashcards if you don't want to. You can click on these and they're very good. It'll say the word for you. I would recommend that you always repeat the word first before you try to guess the meaning in English. Remember that saying everything out loud is very important because you're also learning how to speak Spanish, right? Not just to read. Also under content down here is vText. This is your course textbook. Everything's here. You can go to these chapters here and you can see all the chapters that you're going to cover in your course. Let me see, homework assignments, the test. It looks like I think I've told you everything for the VHL. Just some general advice for this course. With a language, it's use it or lose it. So the more often that you're using it, the better. On VHL, you're going to be mostly reading and writing. You're going to do a little bit of listening, but you're not going to do much speaking. That's why I recommend that you say everything out loud. Whenever VHL says something, repeat it. And whenever you write anything down, do any answers, do everything out loud. Get you a set of headphones and get you a quiet room in your house so that you can do that. Another thing I'll tell you is that I know some people like to wait till the night before things due to do it all. This is a very bad idea. It would be like wanting to learn tennis and your teacher saying, okay, I'm going to give you, 6-hour lesson, once every 2 weeks. It's much better if you're taking classes a few times a week, right? The same with the foreign language, especially with the vocabulary. If you can do a little bit during the week and not save it all to when it's due, or not just save it all for the weekends, that's best. I know some of you, your circumstances demand that you do most of your work on the weekends. I understand, but at least do your vocabulary, every couple days or every day. So anyway, that's my advice for you. As if you have any issues as you go along with the VHL or Falcon Online, let me know. One more thing I want to tell you is that you don't have to look up codes for accent marks and tildes. They're all on buttons on the bottom of the exercises. You can just click on the little buttons there. But anyway, also from those exercises, you can ask me a question straight from the exercise. So you can do that. But anyway, good luck. Wish you the best, and let me know if you need any help. And look forward to get to know you this term.